got to know that you are being sent 2000 kilometers away from your home to manage the law and order of a place that is vastly different culture, language, and demographics compared to your home. Something similar happened to a girl from Haryana who was allotted the Nagaland cadre and was sent to Twinsam on a first posting. Later on, this young IPS officer served as the first SP of newly created Noklak district of Nagaland. Today, we will be talking to her about her journey, her life, and the kind of work she has done, and a lot more. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Hello, I'm Muskan Khandelwal, and you are watching Indian Masterminds. And today, we have with us a bureaucrat who isn't only a dynamic officer but also a dentist who chose the path of civil services. She is Dr. Pritpal Kaur. Welcome to Indian Masterminds, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dr. Kaur comes from a Punjabi family residing in Haryana. Before she started her IPS journey, she was working as a dentist in Hyderabad. In the 2016 UPSC CSC exam, she secured AIA 225. A gold medalist in Bachelor's of Dental Surgery, she is just not a dentist turned police officer, but she also plays the role of counsellor and educator in her posting. She is presently posted as SP in Fake district of Nagaland.
So, without further delaying, I would like to ask you the very first question that I'm curious about: that why civil services? After being a gold medalist in BDS, why you chose this career? Thank you for the question, Muskan. Civil services, the thing was chosen. There was a reason, very big reason behind it was my mother. And when she was, there with me, now she's no more with me. She was the one who always taught me to go for the impacts in the society, which actually is been suffered for so many reasons. And, I am from Haryana, and Haryana, sometimes it's a bit difficult, to have the same education level for all the genders. But my mother has always encouraged me, to prove with the works. And when I was a dentist, dentist also was a very good profession, but I too wanted to make a good impact on society with a big scope and big authorities. So it was my mom which always inspired me that, we have to go with the big scope so that we can touch to the last corners of every society where no one is, reaching there, the unreachables. And because of her inspiration, this is all happening, all her wishes and blessings, I think. It's really great. So once you cleared the exam and you came to know that you allotted with the Nagaland cadre as an IPS officer, so firstly, what was your reaction, and especially what was your parents' reaction with this posting? Okay. Actually, I never thought of that I'll get posted in Nagaland, but it's a destiny, and it's a hard work which chases us. So, first thing was like my parents who were not aware of the scenarios in Nagaland, and I was also not much aware of it. When I entered here, I thought it's a very different world, and the culture is very different. Everything, geography, everything was very different from our own culture. And how will they treat the outsiders? But trust me, people here are very good. The hospitality is very wonderful, and they love you like as a family. I have never missed my family since I'm here. It's already been 7 years now. They have loved us a lot if we work for them. And I think that gives you the satisfaction in everything. Now I don't feel like as if I'm an outsider. They have adopted us. They have given a local tribal name. I think that's sufficient for us. So जब आप पहले नागालैंड में आए, of course, the state must be alien for you at that time because culture अलग, language अलग, demographic अलग, सब कुछ अलग. हाँ, तो how was your experience? So I just want to know सिर्फ आपका administrative experience नहीं, but also your personal experience, how a girl from Haryana managed it. Yes. When I reached here, the biggest problem coming with us was language. To communicate with the people and what all is needed. I was not aware of it. So first and foremost thing I thought was I'll learn their language so that I can communicate with them. And there were so many times when we were, roaming around for Nagaland Darshan in the other districts.
it was quite difficult to even tell them, this has been needed. So the important thing was language. So when we learned the language, and then we moved ahead, it was wonderful experiences. So many things are very different here. The food habits are different. The timings are very different as compared to our own states, other states of India. But then, the living cultures are also different. The religion system is very different. Everything was very different. But trust me, part and parcel of our own nation. So the diversity was so beautiful. And the way we started, learning all these things, really, I realized that actual beauty of India is this: the diversity in the unity and unity in diversity. They all are wonderful. They are so talented. The Nagas, they are self-sufficient tribes. They know almost all the things. They are very good in farming, very good in weaving and handicrafts and sports, singing. They almost everything is fine here. It's just that some of the things needed some polishing and some of the things needed the pathways to be shown off. That has been taken care of. I think it was very easy to be with them as a family, and I feel like more as a family here now. I don't feel at all as an outsider here.
इट्स रियली ग्रेट। आपके लिए तो नई जगह थी ही, नागालैंड के लिए भी हरियाणा की एक आईपीएस ऑफिसर आना और आके पूरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन संभालना उनके लिए भी नया कल्चर, नया लैंग्वेज, सब कुछ नया था। तो उन्होंने कैसे आपको इम्प्रेस किया?
I think some of the things are very good here. Me being a Punjabi and almost there, we are all farmers, and the economy here is almost agrarian. They are all farmers. They're very hardworking, very simple tribes. And the moment, you start giving them love of 10%, they give you back 100%. And that was the thing which was touching our hearts. And, whenever we used to start teaching them something for very small, small skill activities, they were giving 200% back. That was the time I realized these tribes are like wonderful, very talented. And very small example, once there was a time that I was posted in Noklak. Noklak is at Indo-Myanmar borders. And we were teaching them something like ginger candy. I taught only for making around 1,000 or 2,000 pieces. The ladies and the groups who learned it, they have given the return as per 20 to 30,000. So the returns were very good. And not only in this thing, with respect to crimes also, the Nagaland society is like some of the peculiar crimes here is with respect to drug addiction or, the intoxicants, all the social evils. But when we start teaching them or when we start improving on those social things, all the NGOs, all the associations and the unions and the, the pressure group, they also come and they also help us out in this thing. That is very beautiful. All the people come around with you and they start helping you out. You don't feel alone in this, scenarios, and that is the best thing. Whatever goal you want to pursue or dream you want to pursue, everyone will be there with you in your dream as their dream. And that is the best thing here.
सो रियली ग्रेट मैम। सो जब आप नोकलक में थे तो आप यू वर ऑन अ मिशन फॉर टू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस अबाउट मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन, राइट? सो इससे रिलेटेड मेरे को आपसे 2-3 सवाल पूछने हैं। फर्स्टली, व्हाट वाज दिस इनिशिएटिव ऑल अबाउट? सेकंड, हाउ पीपल रिएक्टेड टू इट? And thirdly, what was the level of awareness like in the district prior to you starting this campaign?
See, when we reached to this district, yes, as mentioned earlier, they're all wonderful people. But I think some of the things were there which they wanted to learn also. So we had one woman organization here called as Weaving Society of Noklak. They approached us and they said, ki, ma'am, so many of uterus problems are here and many ladies are suffering from the medical issues. So I had a meeting with our CMO Noklak also, and I had meeting with some of the ladies also. So the question was like, the sanitary pads are very costly nowadays, and moreover, these are all environmentally good areas. I didn't want keep all the environmental को degradation करने वाला चीज can come here, and this can be lost for them. So we thought one thing: why don't we start something which is a biodegradable sanitary pads, which are less costly, available and affordable for everyone. Whosoever cannot afford it, we thought ki chalo theek hai, we'll give them free of cost. But whosoever can afford it, they can take it at some low cost, so that the weaving society, they can purchase the raw materials too. So all the society came together. We started manufacturing those pads. But then we collaborated with the National Innovation Foundation, asked for the machines. These all reached to us from Maharashtra, and we started the manufacturing. Along with that, the weaving society was, encouraged to not only for the sanitary pads, they started weaving their own all clothes and all the traditional things. So we branded those things in the name of mother's love. So now in all the border villages, especially border villages where the elderly women, they were not aware of the sanitary pads or they thought it is very costly. So, we provided the reusable pads also, the clothes one, which they were comfortable in, along with the, having a word with the doctors and everyone. This has all been done in all the border villages, and still the weaving society is manufacturing those pads. And yes, I'm being posted out from there. But I keep on hearing the news that they are still working it out, and I'm very happy. And after hearing from the CMO Noklak, the medical department has also said the uterus infections and the problems, they have somehow, subsided and they have decreased in the numbers. Now the women are more healthy, more safe, and obviously more empowered if they're healthy.
I was about to ask you कि अभी क्या situation है because you left like you are posted somewhere else now in Nagaland. So of course
Yes.
कैसा चल रहा है वहाँ पे, how people are like taking what you
बहुत अच्छा
started.
My first in my mind, first thing was that what if I am getting posted out? Will they carry on this thing? So अभी क्या करना है? So I thought कि चलो ठीक है, whatever society I'm making, one village will be teaching another village with some incentives. So we made a plan of it. So for example, we had Taste of Nogluk Society. This society has taught to the new society, that is Panksha Society. They have taught to the Ligyu Society, and same goes on. They are teaching the new societies now. Rather in the Nogluk, we have made a training hub by Taste of Nogluk Society. So all these women, they are teaching next to next villages. So my logic was like not only one place or one village or one society. Let us raise the whole tribe together. Even if I'm there, I'm not there, and they have started teaching now. So there was a time when they used to call someone to teach them. Now it is a time that people call them to please come and teach us. So that's one of the very beautiful thing what has been successful in the Nokla.
Is really great. So this is not the only initiative that you have taken till now. There are other initiatives related to drug trafficking and drugs insurgency.
Noklak mein one of the biggest problem was of drug addiction and insurgency. So, one day a Kisan president visited to me and he said, ma'am, Noklak has such a big problems, and Punjabis are almost everyone is farmers. Why don't you take us to Haryana and Punjab and teach everyone of all these things, and we'll also subside these drug activities. So I said, fair enough, but how shall I go? How shall I take about everyone there? It's better that I get Punjab and Haryana here. So we got, farmers from Punjab and Haryana. I got one of very knowledgeable person. His name was Mr. Dhanavir Kamboj. He was president of India Awardee. So I called him there and I called Uncle, can you please, teach every one of them? So we made a whole food processing unit there. We made the groups there, and, we started teaching them. But again, our concern was with respect to the students who are dropouts or the students who are in a seek of entrepreneurship. They have completed their degrees, but they're not knowing where to go ahead with, or the people who are still in the habit of drug addiction. So we divided these all groups. So who all were under the drug rehabs, we started the rehabs, the OST treatments. We started teaching them. It was around 120 ka ek group hota tha. I have already taught 4 groups of it. So approximately 480 of the drug dependents have been taught of whatever training they wanted, handicrafts or weaving or the farming or any of the seeds they were requiring, we have taught them. And then we have given them the medicines also. Everything was been taken care of with respect to the rehab policies. But then came the students who were, in the seek of entrepreneurship. So we made their groups. We taught them the skills. Either it is a poultry farming or it is, the pig farming, or they wanted to learn the photography, or they wanted to learn the new arenas of handicrafts. We made their brands and we have launched their, products, not only in Nagaland, even in Maharashtra and even in Delhi. And we sent the teams there to exhibit their products so that they're getting the, that view of everyone, that global view that this is going around. So when they come back after learning this, I think we are helping each another. So my motive was not even a single more person should be a drug addict. So now they are helping it out. The who have learned it and who have left the drug addiction, they are teaching the other addicts, and who are the entrepreneurs, they are teaching the other who are seeking for the entrepreneurship. So this is the chain which is going on. Though I'm not there, but still I keep on hearing there's news. Recently, one of our person, his name was Mr. Tumong. and one of the police constable, his name was Mr. Cumming. They both collaborated and we started teaching science. Muskan, I love science and I love to teach my students. Even if science doesn't mean that you should have a science background. Even if you're class 8, 9, 10th pass, science is everywhere. So we started teaching them. We started telling them that this all can be done. So there was a time when they told me, madam, you have bought food processing machine, you have bought sanitary pads machine. We need this machine, this machine, this machine. A lot of questions were there. So I was like, oh, so how, from where shall I will be arranging all these machines? Why are you asking for the machines? Why don't you yourself make the machines? So, earlier there was a time, there was some few years back when people used to make weapons. So I thought, no more weapons. Let us start an initiative. That initiative's name was like, not guns, but machines. We started that campaign and I started teaching them how to make the basic machines. So the science was been taught. They have made many machines now. Recently, they have made ginger candy and this drying food processor machines, and they have made oil expellers. And latest, that they have made, electric bike also. The name of the bike was given as WON, Wheels of Nagas. And now he has made one cooking stove also. Just this 15th August, the person has also got awarded. So I think he has got awarded even if I'm not there. And he's continuing that. He has recently made 2 more new machines. And earlier when he was seeking the employment was done, now the time has changed. He has given employment to 7 more people. Now they are not the job seekers, they are the job givers.
Yes.
And that satisfies a soul a lot when you work at the, interfaith borders at the last corners of India, where everyone says, infrastructure nahi hai, ye nahi hai, wo nahi hai. But trust me, people are wonderful there. If we teach them and they love us, if, they understand what the actions are doing. And those have been successful. They have been awarded recently.
You have really done a great job as of now, and I'm pretty sure that आपकी जहाँ भी posting होगी are going to do wonders, no doubt.
Let's see. It's new endeavor, new districts. I'm just waiting. I mean, like, main focus of ours was students. Students, there were many students, Muskan, they used to tell me, ma'am, just because we have been born here, what is our mistake? That we are not getting the same equal opportunity. So that also touches our heart. Why? Because when I was there at Haryana, I always used to think that we all should get the equal opportunity. And it was my mother who gave me that equal chance, what my brothers was learning. So I thought, fair enough. So we will also give them that equal chance. So in the morning, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., we have given a free coaching to them, to every one of them, for UPSC and NPSC with all the, study materials. And many of my students, recently NPSC exam results are out. Many of my students have cleared. And many of my students have got employed, and that gives us satisfaction. Even if whosoever has not got employment, they have joined other departments or they have started their own, institutes, and they are running it very wonderful. So it's already 3 years. I think that initiatives were taken care of, and they are doing wonderful job. They are teaching other students. That satisfies me.
That's really great. So you also take UPSC civil servant exams coaching as well.
Yes.
Like, how has that impacted youngsters' lives in your districts?
A lot, when students, they were saying, madam, it's very costly to go for Delhi.
Right.
The Delhi coachings are very costly and they cannot afford it. Moreover, it's very, they were skeptical to go out of their place. So I was like, fair enough, if you cannot go it for that, we can, take care of all these things. So we collaborated with the district administration. We collaborated with the other departments, whosoever can help it out. In Longlen also, I was posted to Longlen after Noglak, and we started the coaching there also. And some of the officers who helped us out were EACs and the art and culture department officers who recently cleared their APS. So we completed their syllabus. We taught them everything. We gave them all the books and all the study materials. People whosoever can help us, they have helped it out. And in the morning, 6 a.m. to 10 to 10:30, we have taken the classes. Morning hours were taken so that I'm not compromising my official duties. It's always altogether different, so nothing should be mixed it out. So I never mixed. Official duties were not compromised. So they have already completed the syllabus, Nuclear batch, Tunsan batch, Longland batch. So I guess we have completed 3 batches now. Out of those 3 batches, I can hear a lot of good news and a lot of job, employment certificates. I can see that. And every day I see a WhatsApp status that they are doing wonderful job in their own workplaces also. That satisfies us. And that is the thing, the education is the only thing
Right.
which can make our society progressive. And I feel when they have become, I am given them a goal. You do not return me anything. I don't want anything, not even a single penny to be returned for my books or any time, anything. They have to return me one thing, Muskan. Whatever job they are into it, or whatever, employment they have got into it. After that, after some, say, few months, they have to teach at least 2 students
Hmm.
so that, they can also contribute in the society in the way we are all continuing. So this is a chain which is going on. So now they're also doing the same thing. That is again.
तो जनरली जब ये ड्रग्स इंसर्जेंसी और इन सब पे बात आती है तो लोगों पे कार्रवाई वगैरह जैसे हुआ जाता है बट ऑन द अदर हैंड यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग एजुकेशन एजुकेशन
Yeah.
एज अ टूल
Yes.
that is which is really that's
Yes, yes. We made one anti-drug squad in Nuclear, and we have special operation team in Longland. We have arrested many people, the drug peddlers and everyone. But then somehow I realized that those people, yes, they were, the wrongdoers, they are in lockup. And whosoever wanted to go for rehabilitation, we have segregated them and we have given them the opportunity of rehabilitation. But just because of their mistake, why should their families suffer? So we thought, okay, let us do one thing. So whosoever is, going for that, if their family needs any help, their children need their any help for education, or their family is in a need for any other emergencies, we have taken care of that also. So when they come out from lockup, at least they have, in their mind, ki chalo, I'll also change a bit and then I'll go ahead. That also helps a lot.
That's great. तो इंडियन मास्टरमाइंड से वुमेन्स डे पर एक कैंपेन किया था जिसमें हमने सिविल सर्वेंट से पूछा था कि अगर वो वुमेन को लेके कुछ एडवाइस दे सके जिसमें से आपने भी दिया था सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू इफ यू कुड प्लीज गिव अ मैसेज टू ऑल द एस्पिरेंट्स who look up to you as an inspiration with one of your poems to end this wonderful conversation of ours with a poem you have written.
Acha, I have not written the poem. I have also forgotten the poem which I wrote specially for the India Mastermind.
Yeah.
I may recall you should have told me earlier that I am about to give a poem or recite a poem. Though I have not written it. But I would say that, a message to everyone is like, trust me, there is nothing. Nothing means nothing is there which is impossible. If you have determined that I will, chase this goal out. Not even a single goal is there which we cannot achieve. It's just one thing, that is hard work and dedication. There will be struggles, there will be challenges, there will be temptation and there will be problems everywhere. Everyone suffers, though, and everyone go ahead with that. But the people who are very tough, they go ahead. And one thing in our mind should be, I think, the intentions. Why do you want to pursue your goals? What is the reason you want to pursue your goals? Trust me, when you have a beautiful intention, when you have very clear and good intentions, the Lord, He always helps us. And, He clears every way. The Lord is going to clear all the wrong and all the struggle things from your side. And He is, taking you ahead to fulfill your dreams. So please keep on doing hard work with dedication, with sincerity, and with integrity. And definitely, we all will achieve our goals and destiny, whatever has been written.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all these wise words. We
Thank
hope
you.
that this interview will reach more and more people. और सब आपकी इतनी बातों से इतने इनिशिएटिव से बहुत इंस्पायर होंगे. Really hope
Thank you.
this. And thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your time to us. We would
Thank
love
you.
to
Thank you.
interview again in the coming future.
Pakka, Muskan. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving this opportunity. We'll surely meet again.
So this was the young and dynamic IPS officer, Dr. Pritpal Kaur, who after clearing UPSC CSC was allotted the Nagaland cadre. And despite being an outsider, she became intertwined in the culture and touched the hearts of the native people of Nagaland. She also worked towards eradicating substance abuse, especially among youth, by using education as a choice of weapon in this fight. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such interviews. Stay tuned to Indian Masterminds.